It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Okay everyone, this week I'm super excited about Wilsonville Wednesdays. We're gonna look at one of Wilsonville's dirtiest jobs here at Republic Services. This is where your trash goes. It's actually quite interesting. We're here with Harrison, who is the #1 fan of Republic Services since he was 5. He's been interacting with the drivers and the corporation here and has been a big fan. And then Kyle and I and Harrison are gonna go ahead and interview some of the workers here and see what they do here at Republic Services.
Bonus co-host. This is the first time, Harrison, we've never had a co-host before. Are you ready for the challenge?
You bet I am.
All right, here we go.
I'm always ready for challenges.
Let's go check out Republic.
It's gonna be great, guys. Let's go.
Hey everybody, Kyle Bunch. I'm here with Jason Jordan and KJ Lewis with Republic Services, and they're just going to give us a little bit of a insight as to what goes on here. A lot of people don't even know that Republic Services has this site here in Wilsonville, but Jason, you want to just give us a little bit of insight as to who Republic Services is and kind of what this site here in Wilsonville serves?
Yeah, absolutely. Jason Jordan with Republic Services. So Republic Services is your recycling and garbage provider, so you probably see all the blue trucks on the streets. What many people may not realize is where those blue trucks bring the garbage and recycling, and that's to what we call Willamette Resources Incorporated, which is right off of Ritter Road here in Wilsonville. And it's a 50,000 square foot facility here where we drop off all of the garbage to be transferred down to Coffin Butte landfill, and then also all of the recycling to include commercial and demolition that actually gets sorted through and then diverted from the landfill here. So we also run roughly about 55 trucks out of this site. We've been here since 1996, and so have been a big staple in the community. The best thing about it is if you don't know, our transfer station is here, that's a good thing, right? We handle roughly about 150,000 tons a year through the facility that I'm sure you'll see as we go through on the plant tour, with roughly about 100 employees that work out of this site as well.
A little bit about how Republic Services is involved in Wilsonville and in the surrounding communities.
Sure, yeah. So we love supporting our communities where we work, and we're involved in chambers and business associations in all of the cities where we work. And during COVID times, I can address that, we wanted to make sure that your essential service of having your garbage picked up kept happening like usual, and so we enhanced all of our safety protocols, making sure our drivers are safe and healthy and happy. We gave everyone an extra 10 days PTO if they have to care for somebody in their family or if they themselves get COVID. But one thing we did that was really unique, I think, to our company is in order to support both our frontline workers and the communities that we serve, we initiated an initiative called Committed to Serve. And with that initiative, we provided a breakfast or a lunch every week for our frontline workers, and also a take-home family meal from a local restaurant. So that had a big impact on some of the small businesses in your community, where we would make a very large order and then bring it here for our frontline workers to take home to their families. We also gave all of our frontline workers $100 gift cards every other week for 8 weeks to spend in the business, in the small businesses in the communities that we serve, and we made it really fun and had them, take selfies in front of the hardware store or wherever they were, whatever store they were visiting, and kind of displayed those all and had a little contest. And we really wanted to show our support for the communities, but also our drivers work so hard to make sure that your trash and recycling and your yard debris and compost is picked up every week.
Yeah, we can only imagine what that would look like if it shut down.
Yeah. What many don't know also about the facility is that we have a large hauling division out of here, right? Roughly about 50 trucks that run out of this. But in 2016, we installed a compressed natural gas station. So as we phase out all of our old diesel trucks, we replace those with compressed natural gas vehicles, and those are fueled by our station that you see over on this far side here. And right now we have the capacity to fuel 30 trucks with plans for an additional 30 with fueling islands. So one more way that we're trying to be responsible out not only in how we're servicing the communities, but what sort of energy that we use, going from diesel to natural gas. Hey, a couple other exciting things I think that the Wilsonville community really gains from having us here is everyone loves Bulky Waste Day, and I know that we've put that a little bit on hold because of our fun COVID pandemic, but in the past we've celebrated that twice a year now. Well, usually one in spring and one in fall. And the most recent Bulky Waste Day that we had prior to COVID, we actually had over 500 vehicles come through the facility. And remember, this is a service that we offer as an event where anyone can bring, right, the couch or all of the other stuff that you kind of let sit in your garage for a while. Here, we partner with the city, and usually it's a donation of a non-perishable food item. And then you come and you get to drop off your stuff for free here. And it's a great event, and I think it's something that the city really cherishes.
So Republic Services also has a charitable foundation where organizations can apply for grants. We also have a new initiative that we're just rolling out. We're dedicating $3 million to small businesses to apply for grants. And that is available in Wilsonville for any small business who needs to make some upgrades. We partner with Habitat for Humanity and neighborhood partnerships. So if you are a small business and you're seeking some assistance, please let us know. Please reach out, and we'd love to advocate for you to be able to access some of those funds. So we're involved in a lot of Wilsonville's community activities like Fun in the Park, Fun Run, the Wilsonville Arts Fest. We love sponsoring events and being out in the community. It's a great opportunity for us to also get to know our customers a little bit better while we interact with them. While everybody's having fun. And we look forward to those events coming back.
So one of the cool stories we talked about in our community about a month or so ago was the story of Harrison, a local Wilsonville student who loves garbage trucks. Can you talk a little bit about that story and what Harrison got to experience with Republic Services?
So Harrison, since he was a baby, loved garbage trucks. And he's been what we would kind of say is our biggest fan. He's been, him and his family have been coming to this facility since he was a child. And, so through growing up, he's left us pictures, he's talked with our drivers, he knows all the drivers that service his surrounding kind of housing community. And, one thing that Harrison's done too is on Garbage and Recycling Day, he goes around his street and actually organizes the carts and containers so they're the proper distance so our trucks can safely lift. And so Harrison's mom reached out just to let us know, hey, he has his birthday coming up, or we just to celebrate. A really neat opportunity for us in the midst of, I guess, everything we have going on, and just really taking a step back and say, okay, in the time of COVID, and even though we're providing essential function, this is what we want to do for our community because we're part of it.
Even though he's our biggest fan, our drivers are also his biggest fans. And like Jason said, Harrison knows all of their names. He knows all about their trucks, like every detail. And I believe he wants to work for Republic Services. It's really great. Very close relationship with our drivers. So when our drivers realized that he couldn't come visit the facility, they thought they'd surprise him. And so they did a truck parade for him, and they made a gift basket also, like gave him a new basketball and some swag, and now he has his own uniform with his name on it.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's really great.
Really
It was
cool.
a complete surprise, and it's really, really cool.
So, I'm Christy Halstead, and Harrison has always been fascinated with the garbage trucks of Republic Services ever since he was about a year and a half to 2 years old. We ended up coming over here as a reward. Bring him over here and we'd sit and we'd watch the trucks go in and out, and that was his reward. And every time the trucks came by, he was always so excited to get out and see everyone and meet them face to face. And so here he is, almost 15 next week, and he still has that passionate side of Republic Services and trying to make a difference by recycling and taking care of the environment, as well as getting to know all the drivers here.
One morning, my mom put on a clay mask one day, and I went out to go see one of the drivers with it on. I think I scared the you-know-what right out of him.
And that was the beginning,
It
huh?
was dark. It was about 6:30 in the morning, so it was dark, and his face was black. And the driver looked at him like, "What?
What happened to you?" I think is what he said, right?
Yeah, I was like looking at me like,
So tell him about what you like about the trucks and the drivers.
I love meeting the new drivers that sometimes come in my neighborhood, and I love seeing the trucks pick up the cans. That's really cool, I think.
And do the drivers get out
And all the drivers get out and say hi to me once in a while, every week.
Awesome.
They stop and take the time to ask Harrison how he's doing and building that relationship. And so I think that's been very touching from the garbage company.
And something special happened for you at the beginning of the pandemic. Did you get a little surprise at your house?
Yes, I sure was.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I was shooting basketball, and all of a sudden I saw a huge convoy of Republic trucks, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, absolutely amazing, and I'm going to remember that moment for the rest of my life.
Giving high fives to him.
Yep.
Pretty exciting.
And I heard you even have your own personalized Republic shirt now.
Yes, I do.
That's pretty cool.
They drop off Republic Service gifts quite often.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Armando with Republic Services. Armando, tell us what you do here at Republic Services and who you are.
Yes, sir. So I am the operations manager for the facility here in Wilsonville. This is a transfer station and also a material recovery facility. We help process all the material that is generated out there in Wilsonville and Tualatin in regard to like the residential, the commercial, industrial. It all comes through our facility. We prep it for the next level market. And whatever doesn't have a useful market, then that material goes to the landfill.
Awesome. Okay, so I have used this part of your guys' facility before, and it's helped get out all that extra cardboard and miscellaneous stuff out of my garage, and so I appreciate it. Tell us what this is and this area. We see these metal bins here. What is that?
So essentially this is an additional recycling depot for the community, for Wilsonville, Tualatin. They can come in, drop off recycling materials. A lot of them are the same stuff that you would put out on your curbside. So right here, this is actually new. This is our styrene bin. Should be the expanded foam material. Different types of expanded foam material can be put in there.
So when we get that package or that new TV and it's all packed in styrofoam, or we get those popcorns, it can go here.
This is CEDs, covered electronic devices. Covered just means that they're covered under the recycling program through the federal mandate to take back all of the e-waste.
Looks like here, Armando, we just have cardboard, plastics, scrap metal, some glasses over here. So this is more that generic what we're used to recycling.
Exactly. You'll see it by way of your blue bin. Everything that you put in your blue bin can essentially come here also. So
okay.
If you had a missed day, or if you had extra material, bring that material. We got 3 bins here. You can just drop it off.
Okay, everyone. I'm here with Armando again and Harrison. Harrison is been around for a long time, as you heard previously, working with the garbage truck guys and being a big fan of what Republic Service does. So I know that Harrison has a question for Armando. Go ahead and ask it.
So that truck that we saw dumping its load a minute ago, was that all cardboard?
It's all cardboard, yep. Collected out in the business and then also on the curbside. It's all cardboard for the most part.
Was it residential or commercial?
That was commercial. You can always tell by the bin on the front, if it dumps over the top, that's a commercial route.
Oh. So here we are. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at? I see mountains of cardboard and a conveyor belt that's massive in this big, huge warehouse type facility. Is there anything unique about what you guys offer here? And then what are we looking at?
Yeah, I mean, the uniqueness is that we're the processor, the next level, and all this cardboard right here has to have a very efficient way to get it to the next market. If we were to transport this just on back of the napkin mass, we would probably have to triple or quadruple the amount of transportation to get it there. So behind that whole pile is actually a baler that reduces the size of the cardboard, into cubes. It can reduce it by about 4 times.
Wow.
So this whole cardboard pile right here, baled, will become about 1/4 of a pile.
Wow.
So that's the next step.
Harrison, what are you thinking?
Wow, I have never seen this much cardboard. When I see Bob on cardboard, I just only getting out to pick up like a few pieces. This is massive.
So it's kind of funny for me because the first images I get is I want to be on a snowboard and I just kind of want to do like a cardboard ski slope thing. Or like I can see myself getting on a piece of cardboard and just like taking it like a sled. They're huge.
Go find a piece of wood. Let's do it right now.
You tell me, Armando, where does all this cardboard actually end up? It looks like, I mean, well, you mentioned that it doesn't stay here, but you guys are shipping this out. So where are we sending it to?
It goes right across the border to Washington. There's a paper mill that will pulp it, process it into all new paper product. So it does stay domestic. It stays here in Washington.
All right, last week I promised you guys a trashy episode. Here we are. It's the trash. Tell us what's going on here, Armando.
So within the city of Wilsonville, Tualatin, there's a lot of businesses that do a great work recycling. But for those jobs where they can't recycle all of the material, then they mix it into what's called a dry waste load. Those dry waste loads come in here, they get mixed with our C and D, and then we run it across the line where manually we recover whatever has a market to it. Currently it would be wood, metal, cardboard, aluminum. Those are the items that we're still targeting. So we are actually recycling on top of material that has already been recycled. And we do that here on this inline processing line.
So it all happens here in the plant.
It happens here.
Harrison, have you ever seen this before?
No, I have not.
What do you think?
In Toy Story, it reminds me of that claw thing.
The Toy Story, yeah. All you need is little green aliens.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Over the years, we've invested in more innovative ways with our equipment. With this piece of equipment, we're able to top load open top trailers by being able to raise the cab and look inside the cab as we load material over the top of an open top trailer.
Wow.
So this is Ellie Macias, great operator. You can see her skills.
She's probably awesome in video games.
Yeah, I gotta believe.
What's for lunch, Ben?
Salad.
Good looking green stuff back there.
Salad.
Yeah.
Wilsonville is drinking a lot of wine. That's a lot of wine bottles from Wilsonville. Okay, Armando, we have these different sections. It looks like it's for sorting. What's the thought process around that? I see, obviously this is glass, and then we have food waste, and then there's a bunch of other things.
So the whole thought behind that is that we have to be able to contain the materials. A lot of these things are being separated on site. Like what you see right here, this is all residential. This is being separated by all Wilsonville residents, Tualatin residents, so it's considered a recycling commodity. We can't allow it to come into contact with different piles. On the other side, you have a wood. That's also being sort of separated out in the business, and then it's commingled with what we're recovering too from the processing line. The glass here, glass is being separated at the curbside, and it's actually segregated by either, I think, a different part or basket.
I think it's a blue bin.
Blue bin, yeah.
Got a little blue, yeah, blue bins.
Yeah, but from here they're kept separate because they got different destinations. That goes to a facility where they got elaborate systems to recover by detail the different materials in there. This is glass. This has its own warehouse, own business, where it's going to go to get separated by color.
Okay.
The traditional organics, whole different product. It's being so separated at the business. Those that generate a lot of organic material get separated. They're just transported to our facility and Corvallis PRC that converts it into a compost. And then that large pile over there, that's catch-all wet waste. Considered the wet waste. That's all house garbage, business garbage. Your McDonald's, your restaurant.
Okay.
And as you can see, that pile begins to get smaller and the material begins to get more detailed because in essence, everything that will be recycled is coming out of that pile right there over time.
What's going on right here?
So we were just on top looking at all the material on the ground. we talked about the wet garbage and then the dry garbage. They had a big pile of paper over there in the corner. All of that material needs to be transported, but if we only loaded it in loose, we would not be able to get that much tonnage into the trailer.
It would all fall out.
Yeah, it would all fall out, or it would be really, really loose. So this is a compactor where we push the material into the hopper, and inside there's a big ram that keeps going back, reducing the size of it. Like the
Battery ram?
Like
a battery ram?
Exactly like that, a battery ram. And after it builds a bale to about 28,000 pounds, the door lifts here, lifting. And now he's about to push the bale inside the trailer. So you will see it actually go into the trailer.
So where does it go? These trucks go after they leave here.
But if this is garbage, it goes to the landfill.
Where does that landfill at?
Corvallis.
Corvallis?
And here going in.
Yeah. That's Rob. He's the guy who normally does yard debris on Mondays, and he's one of the guys who I'm friends with.
He comes to your house?
Yes, and he's a huge LA Rams fan, and he just bought season tickets and is going down to all their home games in LA.
Yeah. I'm
He
jealous.
is quite the guy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Rob Dempsey, he's awesome.
So this is the shop that services all of our route trucks. I believe we got about 68, 70 trucks. At the end of the day, they get the PMs here, they get checked out. Anything from just a regular PM to transmission swap, motor swap. All the serious repairs happen here.
So how often do the trucks get their regular maintenance?
It's based on hours, I believe.
Okay.
So you got like a 50-hour PM, 150 or 250.
Make sure that they stay safe, that your drivers stay safe.
It's got a schedule. They're on schedule, and the guys do a very good job staying on schedule, just to make sure that they're always functioning at their highest capacity. The shop is rated for 120 a fleet, so we're barely at about half. Got a lot of capacity.
Awesome.
Today when Bob was driving another truck from Lake Oswego, I noticed that the truck was leaking gasoline. So I told the sub who was filling in for him the next week because he was on vacation, and they told me that they'd get the truck fixed right away.
That's awesome.
Cool stuff. Wilsonville, this was a fantastic episode, a lot of fun. It was real noisy, a little bit dirty, but we learned a lot about Republic Services. Harrison, what did you like about this week's episode?
I loved seeing how all those trucks dumped their load, and I never knew that they had to clean it out between that filter.
That's pretty fun, yeah.
Always learn something. So thanks for joining us for this week. Next week we are going to be highlighting the Real Action community event. Our friends Trey Hester putting on a great community event this weekend. Ben and I will both be there, and we want to highlight the cool things that are happening with them in our community. So tune in next week for that. And by the way, if you want to attend the event in person, the Real Action community event, it's this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Montague Park in Villebois. We would love to have everybody join us. Just make sure you have your mask on and that you're social distancing with the other people who are attending. So
I got mine.
Yeah, you do.
You got yours. All right, so have a great week, everybody. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.
We are the champions, my friend.